and welcome back to the stream. I know it's been a really long night. Thanks for waiting for this. This is the league match, U of I against Chapman University. So exciting. Okay, we're going to get started soon. I'm Amelia.
I'm Sam. I'm the coach. I'm also always here.
Yes, she is, and we love you.
I like being here. It's fun.
It is. It's so much fun.
Yes, hit the play button.
Yes, we shall get started on the first of 2 rounds.
It's a best of 3. We don't know how many rounds they played.
Oh, yes, it is best of 3.
It is best of 3. So obviously we're casting off of replays tonight.
Are we red side?
We are red side.
Okay, I thought so because I didn't recognize the blue names.
Yeah, no, they won coin flip, so we are red side.
Okay.
So we're back with all of our starters tonight. Obviously Tuesday night we had a couple subs, but we're back with all of our starters. Pretty standard lineup that you see out of us. You've got your Briar jungle and your Shen support, and then you've got kind of a tanky top lane in Malphite, a more mage control mid with Truman as Syndra, and then an Ezreal ADC.
Oh, Ezreal?
Ezreal.
Okay.
Ezreal.
What should we expect from Ezreal?
Zippity-doo-dah. Lots of flashes, lots of mobility.
Wonderful.
Our ADC can kind of play pretty much anything, so we'll see how he does on this one. Opposite side, you've got an Akali top, which is kind of a rarer choice. You normally see your Akali's mid. You've got a Viego jungle, Veigar mid, and then Jinx Nami bot lane. Very classic there. Will production get me Twitch chat pulled up? I don't know if production can hear me.
Production is a little occupied at the moment, so we're probably not going to get what
I wanted.
Yeah, no. It looks like junglers are going after, I guess, the jungle monsters.
Yeah, classic, easy start. Get that level 2, get that going. This should start off pretty slow, easy. That's how our games on Tuesday started off. First couple minutes are always just farming. We'll see how it goes.
So far, we're pretty equal on everything. We
should be. We're 2 minutes in. If we're not, something's gone wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
Truman clearing some early vision there. We're going to be watching out for that Nami bubble. She is a mermaid, so she'll drop a bubble and is kind of a big airborne stun that can take a while. So we'll be watching out for the dodges on that. We'll be keeping an eye on the Briar Shen across the map engage that we see a lot in our practice matches. We also want to keep an eye out on Veigar. Veigar does infinitely stack. So if this game takes a while, if he's a good farmer, we could start to see Veigar starting to one-shot some of our squishier players like Ezreal. Lots of things to keep an eye on either side. Just a matter of who executes better. Looks like top lane has the early level lead, but we'll see how that goes. There's that bubble I was talking about, shooting into the random bush, seeing if they get lucky. There's the Shen engage starting in on the taunt. There's the Ignite. That's a Nami gonna have to flash and heal out of there. Ignite's still almost gonna get her. Pegging the Jinx now just to see if they can get a little bit more in on there. That was a really good first trade. Jinx is chasing it. I don't think she wants to. Ezreal popped a healing pot. Flipping up to top lane. Seeing Akali getting some good engages in on the Malphite, but as we get the levels, Malphite's going to get tankier and tankier, and Akali's engage is going to become less and less useful there.
Especially with Malphite hanging around our turret.
Yep.
We should be in a pretty safe spot up top lane.
Yep, Syndra getting the airborne and the stun, definitely getting the early damage in on that Veigar. Like I said, we're just going to have to see who scales better, how well the Veigar farms. Shen looking for another engage here. I think they're going to try and pick somebody off because nobody's backed. We'll see. Briar looking for that early top gank just to see if we can get the Akali. There it is. There's the stun going in.
Beautiful.
Akali goes poof at half health. There's the Akali flash, not running away fully. Not going to get the full engage, but yet another flash. If you're keeping track, that's 2 flashes on their side and none used on ours. And at only 4 minutes in, that flash advantage is going to come in ridiculously handy. Syndra keeps hitting those. Veigar's not getting the ability. You can't really farm if you're stunned.
Yeah, not really.
Nope. Briar is going to be looking for that early gank. Sees that Veigar at half health. Veigar overextends. There's the stun. There's the Syndra coming in. Guess the Veigar flash, airborne stun, not quite able to finish that out. Too low of a level to really turret dive at this point. without dying as well. Jinx up a level early in bot lane. There's the Shen engage. Does take the flash, but that's first blood in the bot lane. Gonna look and see if we can't get the double. Jinx focusing on the Ezreal.
And
that's a
pinching.
bold move. There's a flash. That's a bold move. Ezreal gonna run away, but there's the Shen. In comes the Viego as well, but so comes in the Briar. That's the stun on the Shen. That's the taunt. That's the Jinx down. Shen will go down. Viego will take the Shen skin. Overall, it's a 2-for-1 right now. We'll see if we can't get that Viego as well. Gets the airborne, gets the damage down, is in the Berserk. There's the kill. That's a 3-for-1 for us.
At this point, that was a beautiful play. I really enjoyed that. We certainly came out on top in that engagement.
We did. We also, is a little early at this point. Briar's not going to take it. First Drake is up, and with that, we did have Drake prio. But really what we saw coming in play there was those flashes that we kept. Yes, we use them now. That was all 3 flashes burnt on the Briar, the Ezreal, and the Shen. But it got us the kills, and it got us to stay alive. And Shen doing true support things and throwing his body in the way and being the only one to die. I've talked a lot about it before. You know, Tiger as a Shen, his score lines aren't that great. Like, they're a lot of deaths, but that's because he's a good support. Engaging again on that Jinx, getting caught out. Ezreal not really following up on the engage quite yet. Pushing with wave. There's the root. They might be able to pick off the Shen. There's Ezreal getting some damage down. Shen dodging around. That was kind of a little disjointed. There's the Shen engage again. Gets that. Shen very low. Will get picked off by the Nami. Of all the people to get that, the Nami's good. Ezreal getting some damage down. And Jinx used another one of her summoner spells. Oh, there's the Briar hopping over the Raptor pit. Veigar gets the stun in, but it's not going to matter. Just hunted down there. That's a 3-0 Briar right now. That is gnarly, considering we're only 6.5 minutes in. Malphite's starting a 1v1 top lane. Like I said, we're starting to see that tank coming in. Akali's a lot of engage, which is great, and she's a lot of damage. But that tank, unfortunately, Akali does take that. Briar might be able to come in and finish it off, depending on where we're at.
Bot lane looks like it's not doing too good, but luckily, I believe that's our support. Yeah, Shen's going down there.
They're clearing vision. They're doing a couple things. They are up 2 kills on that lane, so they have the ability to kind of just hang back a little bit. Viego coming in for the mid gank, so our Syndra's just going to run away. Play smart, play safe. Shen looking for that Viego in the jungle. Ezreal moving with him. I don't think the bot lane sees this. This could be a 2v1 on that Viego. Is Syndra holding Veigar right now, so they can't go in. Shen is only level 4, is getting stunned, is getting kind of murdered there. But there's the Ezreal coming in. There's the damage coming down. That's the Viego flash. Not going to quite be able to finish it off. There's the Nami looking for the bubble. But again, if you look bot lane, Jinx has not moved with this play. It's now a 3v1 on a half-health Nami. Now Jinx is coming up.
And we're
there's
going
the stun.
Drake.
There's the Nami kill. Might pursue the Jinx, might not. Jinx did not move with that play.
Will we be pursuing Drake at that point? I think it would
We
be
might.
Drake.
We're about 8 minutes in, so I could see it. I could also see us not. Looks like Shen's heading back to lane. But Briar is level 6. Yep, has the ability to start that Drake. We'll see if she continues it. We have the priority, but we're pretty consistently getting that priority. Looks like she is going to go for it. Going to get some help from Syndra, it looks like. They're at the point in time. There's the Oracle Lens plopped to clear that jungle vision by Shen. We're at the point in time where we have the priority and we can actually push it and get it pretty safely. In comes the Veigar, Syndra holding them off. There's the Viego trying to come in. Drake is going to get smited down. There's a stun on the
And we got
Syndra.
Drake.
That's unfortunate. We did get Drake. Let's see if we can capitalize on some kills. There's the damage going down on the Syndra. It wasn't the Syndra, excuse me. It's the Viego in the Syndra skin. So going 1-for-1, but getting the Drake. Definitely still coming out on top. Akali does have a level advantage in the top lane. There's the Veigar. There's the Briar. Just getting that engagement on Veigar. Veigar is squishy. Veigar is damaged, but if you get on top of Veigar, he just kind of goes down. That's what we saw. That was 2-for-1 on top of Drake, so definitely a good play. Here come Jinx and Nami. But
So our current stats is for the blue side, or our opponents, it's no Drakes, no Shelly, no towers, but 14,000 gold and 4 kills. Our side is a Drake, no Shelly. Well, Shelly hasn't popped up yet. So, oh, wait, no, Shelly just popped up.
Shelly popped up a minute and a half ago, right around.
So no one's going for Shelly yet, but Anyway, no towers on our side. About 17,000 gold and 8 kills.
And that Syndra's continuing to punish that Vigar in mid lane. We'll look for a little bit more priority to get Rift. We'll probably be going for Rift here in a minute or two. Looks like Briar wants to clear bot camps before we going for it. That's the second turret plate Truman's taking down mid. There's a Viego coming in trying to get the gank, but I think, well, it's only a 0-1-2 Syndra, excuse me. We saw Syndra on Tuesday night not get super fed and then just suddenly start doing a whole bunch of damage. So we could see that here is 1v2ing. There comes the Briar in to kind of equalize it out. Might try and get a split here between the Viego and the Vigar. We'll see. Everybody kind of heading up towards Rift. Not sure we're going to go for it.
We have a 2v1 down in bot lane. Oh, no, that's a 2v2.
It is a 2v2. Yep, they're playing their bot lane. Nice and true. I will say, I do love the Vigar skin. Vigar has really good skins. They're adorable. Clearing out that control ward. Support doing a great job of letting that extra gold go towards the ADC. Yeah, it's only 5, but every little bit helps. We do have a level advantage on the Jinx.
Shen is definitely playing that support role, just popping in for the a few pokes.
That's what Tiger does. We're focusing top lane because there's the Briar coming in. I'd like to remind you that the only kill top lane has been on the Briar gank. There's the Akali flash to get out of it. Truman is in the middle of that stun circle, but it doesn't matter if Vigar can't get the damage down. Right now, that was a trade that Truman definitely won there. Briar might be looking for Rift here. We have a lot of vision down around it. And just Syndra just popping him.
Ooh.
Holy cow. Getting that damage down. I'd like to point out that our Briar is 5-0-1, so that's going to start being a quite lethal Briar here. Truman 1-1-2, but has the plates to back himself up. Shen knows there's not vision there, is hiding in that bush, just running around, letting them waste abilities on him. We should be looking for another bot lane engage here pretty soon. They're kind of just farming, letting it sit, but we should be looking for one of those engages. The second Chapman overextends there. There was a little Ezreal hop. That's the mobility I was talking about in Ezreal.
Ninja and Nami in the bottom. I thought Nami was mid lane.
Nami's a support. Vigar's mid lane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nami's a support mid. So Shen heading up to deal with that Viego, excuse me. Ezreal's Jinx sees the opportunity on the Ezreal, can't quite finish it off. Briar comes back to finish off that. There's the Ignite going down. There's a Viego. That's a giant shield coming in. That's needed. Unfortunately, the Ezreal does still go down. Shen needs to retreat as it's a 3v1 here. Those health bars just not quite in our favor, but if you look top lane, Briar's getting Rift, so we're getting that cross-map objective. Let me not whack the thing in the middle of the table.
And it looks like top lane is going for turret.
Oh, yeah. That gank top lane. Yes, we lost a little bit in bot lane, but we're going to get Rift, we're going to get plates, we're going to get so much more. Vigar caught out on the wrong side of his turret. Syndra can kind of just chase him down right now. We'll see if that's what we see.
Oh, it looks like we're making a pretty good headway on Rift.
Oh, flashing in, disrupting both of those backs, trying to get the kill. Has the shield, gets the Jinx flash as well. Might die here, but getting a lot for his life if he does. Ezreal almost back in lane. Shen gets the kill on the Jinx. Nami does not have the Jinx, damage output the Jinx does, so needs to be really careful. And that was a brilliant play.
And if before the directed cam moved us, there was another Chiami. Sorry, I'm not good with names.
Gavin.
I'm off. Yeah, so Gavin was coming down to support Shen.
Yeah. Played that brilliantly. We did drop Rift mid, got first turret there. You see that running down again in a second.
And we also
Viego's
got
coming
Rift.
in. We have the vision around Drake. If we can kill this Viego, which I think we'll be able to. There's the damage going down. Shelly gets the second turret in mid. Ezreal polishes off the Viego. We now have Drake priority. I think we're going to go for second Drake here.
So the current stats is blue side, no Drake, no Shelly, no tower, 20,000 gold, 5 kills. Our side is Drake, Shelly, 2 turrets, 26,000 and 12 kills. We are looking so good. It looks like we're going for second Drake, which is going to be a massive boost in just everything, honestly.
Vigar looking for the steal coming around, but there comes the Shen to pinch him. Does not have enough support. There's second Drake, and Shen's just going to try and chase down that Vigar. Vigar did not have the support really to challenge that.
And we got the Drake.
We did get that Drake. We're up pretty much across the board. That's a 6-0-1 Briar that at this point is just starting to fly across the map and is truly making waves in every lane like you want your jungler to do. Uh,
The jungler has been everywhere and really good, just
both
especially
sides
top
have
lane.
been. I will say that. Both sides,
Yeah.
junglers have been everywhere. Ours is just getting there at the right time to get those kills, especially helping out the top side. You're absolutely correct. That's how we got the Rift priority.
Mm-hmm.
And now our
Ooh.
top side, 0-1-1, yes, but has the ability to start getting some damage down on that Akali. And we're starting to see that slow shift as we head into the mid game, where the tank of the Malphite starts outweighing. Oh my god, that is massive damage down from that Syndra.
That
That's
is
a single
two.
kill. That's a Nami ult. So we rotated our lanes. Bot lane went up to mid, pasted that Veigar. Syndra just murdered the Jinx, almost got the Nami. Nami had a pop ult to get away. If we can find the Akali, I think we got to kill top lane here too, starting to get that damage down. Really, really nice. Retreats under turret. Might be tanky enough to go for the kill. We'll see.
Looks like we're going for bot turret. Or that. No, that is turret.
That is bot turret, yes.
That was bot turret.
Viego going up. Malphite went diving under that turret to try and get that Akali, ran right into Viego, which is great, except if you look, you have a Briar and a Shen coming in. That is not the 1v1 they think it is. Is under turret. Do have to be careful if we go diving here. But there's the Ezreal coming up as well. So we have 4 top, 1 bot. Turret still up. Bot turret goes down. There's the Shen taking the turret. They decide to go in on the Viego. Everybody taking the turret. There's a kill. That's the Viego. That's the Akali getting out. Nobody dies to turret. That was beautifully tanked. Wonderfully well executed. And now Ezreal and Malphite can just kind of push that turret, get it pasted. Ezreal does massive damage to turrets. That is the tier 1 turret in every lane broken. If you're keeping track, we are 16 minutes in.
And we are just pushing so hard, which, I mean, normally I'd be worried about overextending, but in this case, it looks like it's an effective strategy
We're keeping our line. If you take a look at our players, they're in a pretty solid line across the map, and that's what you want to see when you're applying pressure. It means that they have to pay attention to every lane. If there's one lane we're neglecting a little bit right now, it's mid. But mid was pushed in the hardest with that first rift we saw.
Yeah.
So it's all right. We're trying to work the line, just slowly close them in towards their nexus and their fountain. And that's the smart way to play. There's the Briar going in on the Veigar. Has the Shen and the Ezreal for backup. Don't think it was needed, but just really getting that polished in. Meanwhile, Truman, this is what I'm talking about. We're keeping the pressure up. Yes, they were respawning elsewhere, but now we have to respawn bot lane. Otherwise, they're going to keep coming in. There's the Jinx ult doing basically no damage because she's 4 levels down. There's the Nami ult coming in as well. I think we're going to see a double kill down there. Meanwhile, top lane, in comes the Shen. There's the Malphite coming in. That became a 4v2 very quickly. That is an 8-0-4 Briar, ladies and gentlemen. There's the kill on the Nami. Jinx is trying to get the damage down, but 4 levels, I don't think it's quite enough. I think the Syndra is going to come around and has the damage if the cooldowns are up. I'm not quite sure where the cooldowns are. There's the Airborne. There's the stun. There's the damage. There's the kill. Staying alive, needs to make sure that he doesn't die to minions.
I mean, that's a pretty close thing, but I think he'll be fine.
I think he will be fine. Closing it in, there's the Ezreal. Veigar respawning top, but if you look mid, there's our Malphite. We're keeping the pressure up across the board. They have to respawn, and they're dying every time they respawn.
Wow. So it looks like mid lane is dropping back a little bit, which is a smart move because everybody else is as well, so they wouldn't have support if they kept pushing. It looks like they're coming around to meet in...
We see Briar pinging that Rift Herald and that Drake. We're looking for those neutral objectives again. We took a reset. We took some backs, get some health, get some mana, more importantly, get some items. We got enough kills there that I'm pretty sure we were looking at a lot of gold on some of those guys for full items. There's the Briar just like, I'm fine. I got an Akali. Top laner, don't worry about it. I'm a higher level.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, just a little bit. We are out leveling them. We are out iteming them. It's going to be a very, very hard fight back. Waiting for that second rift to spawn in 10 seconds. They're looking for the Drake that's going to be in 25. So we're going for second rift at this point. Part of the reason there's such an urgency on it is if you look at the timer, that's 19 minutes. Shelly will despawn about 19:45 because rift will come up at 20. So we need to put the damage down if we want to get second rift.
And it looks like that's not going to be a problem.
Not at all. We've got the damage down. There it is. And the rest of our team, if you notice, was peeling towards Drake. They knew they were there. They wanted it. Third Drake has spawned in. It's a 3v2 right now. In comes the Briar ult. Is going to miss. In comes the Ezreal ult. Is also going to miss. But that's all right because there's a Viego kill. So now we have the smite advantage. Chapman's backing off, giving us sole control over that Drake. Should be a pretty quick and easy third Drake to us. Nami and Vigar and Akali still circling, looking for it, but there's the damage coming down. We knew they were still back there. We went hunting for it. We're letting the 1200 smite we have up that they don't have because their jungler's down speak for it. That's what happens. Out comes the flash, and we're just turning on them and getting the kill. I think we're going to see this Akali go down as well here in a sec. Getting chased down by the Malphite. Trying to hide in a bush. Might get away. Recall is 8 seconds. I think we're going to see the recall disrupted there. Nope. Akali does get the recall off. Meanwhile, we are still... Did we drop Rift mid lane? I don't think we dropped second Rift mid lane. I don't know. I don't see it.
I didn't see
anyway,
it either.
tier 2 turret on the bot lane's taken down. We're starting to try and crack their base. We're at 20 minutes in. They're trying to get one last push to get a couple of those guys, but it's not going to work. And in comes the reinforcements in the Briar. Oh,
And
we dropped Shelly bot lane. Excuse me. There's the kill. There's the Ezreal just chunking down that Vigar. Does not stand a chance. That was a kill under turret, ladies and gentlemen. There's the Akali coming in. Shelly's still up, bonking the inhibitor. Gets the flash. In comes the Shen teleport, making that a 2v2 and just cleaning up. Meanwhile, top lane, we see the Briar just cleaning up on that. This should be over here pretty soon. They have 4 dead. Their next one's up in 16 seconds. Nami does not have the damage output. That's the ace. There's the turret. I think we cracked. I think this is it. We cracked
we
our
are
base.
so close to their nexus. I don't think they can fight
They
back.
have one last push with Vigar and Viego coming up in 3 seconds.
Oh.
And I'm not sure it's going to be enough. I think they get shredded here. We are at too high of health. There's the Briar going in. There's the Malphite. There's all the damage down. There's the Vigar. Viego's coming back up, but it is too late. There's the Nexus. That's the game.
Holy, look at those end stats. Look, 31 kills over 5. I'm in awe. That was wow. Okay, so
That game was done in 21 and a half minutes. That's a new record as of right now. Our fastest game prior to that was 23 minutes. Not that we're keeping track or anything.
of course we're keeping track. Let's be honest here. That is insane gameplay from our league team. It's beautiful. This is what we like to see. Honestly, our league team has been doing so well. And this was just a great showing of the technical capabilities of our league team, and not just ours. Chapman's league team also had very good technical skills. I saw nice use of ults there. I'm not the best at play-by-play for league, obviously. Sam is. But I can definitely see skill when it's in front of me. Wow. You're going to be stuck with me for a little while we start pulling up the second game. And currently it is 1-0. We still have 2 potential more games left. I'm excited to see it. I mean, the amount of potential, the beautiful different players and characters that could be utilized in this next game. I'm not the best at analysis, but I know that Tiger is really good support, so he's probably going to keep being support in the next round. I can't honestly say who's going to pick what character, but it does look like we're going to be blue this round, because I guess we flipped, obviously. That's what happens. I know what's going on. I promise. Sorry you have to listen to me ramble on like this. We'll be starting soon when Sam gets back and we can start the next round. I just got the thumbs up. We should be starting soon. Yep, here we have everybody spawning in. I could not tell you who's who for the life of me. I apologize. I'm still not that good. But Sam's coming back, and she could tell us what's going on.
I'm back.
Hi.
Hi.
I was rambling, and I'd like to apologize to all of our viewers for what must have been very painful.
It can't have been that bad.
I don't know.
We are starting on blue side this go round, so we'll be playing from the bot. Just keep that in mind. Seeing a very similar lineup to the I lied. It's not at all a similar matchup. Then what you didn't see was the ban phase part of this. They 5-banned our mid laner.
Wait, all 5 of them?
All
banned?
5 bans were trying to take out champions that our mid laner uses. This is another one of his good ones. You cannot 5-ban our mid laner. It does not work.
It doesn't.
He decided, very wisely, to not do the move he did on Tuesday night where he took the champ that he had played into and then played it and then just decimated with it. Deciding to play a different champion. Oh, you missed it. The mind games were brilliant on Tuesday.
I hope to see more of that
I'm
tonight.
getting an early flipping on that Fizz, just for funsies. Seeing, again, the Briar-Shen combo. Those are the only champs that are the same. Running a Sion top lane as that tank, running a Sylas mid, and then a Kai'Sa ADC. We've seen the Kai'Sa ADC before. Not super surprising. Chapman side, we've got an Orin top lane. Everybody loves an Orin. If my fiance is watching this, he loves himself an Orin. Orin is...
beautiful.
He's this... Excuse me. He's this basically a blacksmithing god who will literally pull out a blacksmith and doesn't have to go back to base to shop. He'll just build his own stuff right in lane.
I love that. That would be so useful.
It's absolutely adorable. Has a giant bull that we'll see come out once he gets his ult. Anyway, moving on. Graves in the jungle, Fizz in the mid. Same Jinx down bot with a Lulu support this time. So very squishy support, getting those early flashes out again. Got the level 2 advantage in the bot lane and is just pushing. Sion does play well into an Orin, and we saw a very good Sion play. A couple very good Sion plays on Tuesday night out of Tavian. Tavian does not main top lane. He's getting there. He's getting there. I mean, so we should see some good plays. Getting the level advantage in the mid lane, too. Sylas is a different champ that we normally wouldn't see Truman play. He does it. He does it very, very well. He generally likes his more mage control mids. Sylas is more of a just go and beat him up mid.
Yeah.
But not a big deal. Going around, getting that ward in. Bae's just scouting around. And in doing so, dodges the Graves gank that's coming in. Fizz is a very hoppy fish. And this is a very gorgeous Fizz skin. Getting the Ignite in, getting the flash, that is a very early gank mid lane. Wasting a lot of summoner spells for not a kill. Does make Truman use his flash, but again, didn't get the kill there. You really want to get that kill there at 3.5 minutes in. Fizz still hopping, Airborne, there's the Sylas turning around, getting the Ignite down, getting the flash. That's going to be a fried fish.
Yeah. Definitely. Looks like we got first blood, which is obviously wonderful. We have gold advantage right now as well.
Level advantage in the top lane coming into play here as we're starting to chase down that Ornn. Graves coming in for a bot lane gank. He's really trying to gank, make his presence felt more so than he did as the Viego last game. There's the Shen taunt. Got polymorphed by the Lulu. Ignite down on that Graves. That Graves should be dead. Popping the heal, excuse me. Shen going in with the flash, getting the kill. Now they're sectioning out the Jinx. Trying to get the damage down. There's the double kill on the Jinx. All that's left is a Lulu. Lulu squishy, getting sectioned off by the Shen. There's going to be that third kill going down. Kai'Sa staying alive, barely. Staying alive. That was a 3-for-0. Took a lot of summoners to stay alive, but they did not die. Beautifully executed for only 4 minutes in.
And our jungler's jungling.
And our jungler's jungling.
And we always
in the enemy jungle, by the way.
Oh, that's even better. Looks like Ornn got back.
Ornn did get back, getting a little damage in on that Sion. But we'll see. Sion does have the level advantage. There's the Graves looking for that Kai'Sa. Might get him. Does not have a Shen to back her up. And is getting 3v1. Overextended just a little bit, but got the turret plate. Hiding in the bush, just running around, seeing if she can survive. Very low. Yeah, didn't think so. 3v1 is very rough, especially when you're only... Well... When you're only, like, level 4?
Yeah,
You don't really, 3v1.
I'd rather not.
It's really cool when you can, but it doesn't work out very well. Does manage to get Noon Quiver first back, though. That's going to be huge. We're going to see that attack speed. We're going to see all that starting to come into play. Briar still jungling. Shen getting some vision down around Drake. Drake has just spawned in. We'll see if they go for first Drake here.
I noticed that Red was going for Drake. but it looks like they stopped because no one's gotten it and they're leaving. But it looks like I believe our jungler is heading towards Drake or not.
That was our mid laner. He just wanted some extra vision in there. 5 minutes is a very early Drake. It takes a lot of teamwork to get a 5-minute Drake well executed. Silas has the flash going in on that Fizz, using every bit of that level advantage. As we can see, it's not his normal kind of champ, but playing gorgeously. You can't 5-ban Truman. He plays too many champs well. He cannot 5-ban him. There's our support going in solo on the jungler. Support and ADC coming up to help since we are in their jungle. And the mid, we're about to get a massive team fight here if we're not careful. Mid, try and take out the other mid laner. Yeah. There's the ult. There's the ignite. Should be in. Shen still just 1v1ing. Kaisa also still alive, looping around, trying for the pinch. Shen just staying alive at this point, trying to get the kills in. We got the Fizz kill. Aren't going to get more than that.
Looks like we're backing out now.
Yep. Any more than that, you've overstayed your welcome. Especially when you're on as low of health as that Shen is. Briar, I'd like to point out that through all of this, Briar is 0-0-0. Just jungling.
I love that. We like
It's great.
that.
It means we don't need her. It means she has the farm. She has all of that. Has over double the CS of the enemy jungler, who's 0-1-1. You know, like, we talk a lot about seeing the jungler needing to make waves in the lanes, needing to see the jungler in the lanes to press that advantage. If your lane's winning without you, keep the farm, keep it going. That's how you get the smite advantage. You see Briar smite at 900. Fizz gets the shutdown on the Silas. That's unfortunate. There goes the Briar and the emote. Little cocky from that fish. Definitely a little cocky from that fish. I'd like to point out the fish floating.
Yeah.
There's a Scion ult coming in. Completely misses the knock-up they were trying to get. But gets that airborne, getting the damage down. Not quite in turret range. That's one toasted fish again.
Done.
Briar might die to turret here.
I mean, that's what happens when you emote. Oh, sorry. Anyway, doing a stats checkup. We got 0 Drakes either side, no Rift, no towers. Turrets. I keep calling them towers.
They are. It works. They're towers, they're turrets.
We have gold advantage for about 4,000 gold, which is great. We also have kill advantage 7-2. I mean, other than that, not much for stats. Looks like we got...
I'll save you from rambling again. She was nice enough to start talking for me while I was just like having a coughing fit over here.
I tried.
You did good. You did good. That's a 2-level down. Graves trying to go in on that Silas. It's not going to work out well. Just getting that. Look at those. Look at those chains lashing. Gets the flash. Gets the Fizz coming in. That is a low Graves. That's like you blow on him, and he goes down. Going back to the whole emote thing earlier, I absolutely agree. Deserved it. You don't emote, that's not great sportsmanship.
Also, like, it's kind of like the shoutcaster curse. Like, if you do that, you're probably going to die within the next 10 seconds.
Like, it's not quite that bad, but it's like, it's just, it's a little rude. It's not phenomenal sportsmanship just to emote when you kill somebody. You feel good, you take it, you don't necessarily emote on them. Or maybe you do if you're trying to get in their head. Either way. Orin, Scion just kind of duking it out top lane. They're vibing. They're an island. They're the top lane island that we love to see.
As we always see with our top laners.
It's the meta. It is what it is. But... Scion did come in mid, came in really helpful. There's the Shen hiding in the bushes, the Kaisa pushes, getting the XP, getting all that, but just hiding, letting the Kaisa push a little bit, trying to get that surprise gank in on them when they push too hard. We have enough vision down. We do see that Graves going for that Scuttle Crab by Drake. It is 9 minutes in. We haven't seen anyone go for Drake and Rift. There's a couple possibilities we'll see here. First, we are seeing Briar heavily invade that enemy jungle, taking full advantage of the level difference and the massive amount of CS. Graves going in again on mid lane, but it's not supported by the Fizz. In comes Briar behind the turret. There goes the Shen, dashing over the wall, getting the ignite down. That should be the kill on the Lulu. There's the kill on the Lulu. Jinx. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, we have Graves going down. Fizz coming in. They're both at half health. Truman going in, getting the kill, getting out. Is ignited, might die if he's not careful. Does get ignited. Briar's going to go down to the turret, unfortunately. That's going to be a 2-for-2 mid lane. Meanwhile, bot lane, I think, got the Lulu. was not able to close on the Jinx quite yet, but they are on such high health they can push this wave really, really, really hard. And now we're starting to pull out the emotes on them.
Yeah, I think that I saw that too, and I was just like, ooh, probably started after that first emote. And
I will say, I know Tiger. I play with Tiger. He uses that emote both sides indiscriminately. I'll make a stupid play. He'll flash it as I'm dying. Like,
fair.
Completely indiscriminate emoting. Does get another turret plate. Solo gold on that to the ADC. ADC's 2-1 and 2. Has a new Queever. Has the Berserker's Greaves. Almost done with the call at only 11 minutes in.
Looks like they're going for Drake again.
Maybe. I don't think they have the oomph for it. I think they're going to try and go for it because they have bot lane support since they know ours back. But they're not going for it. They're looking for the Sylas instead. They want Truman dead. We saw them 5-ban him in the ban phase. We see them ganking him constantly. And the man's 3 and 2. It's not working out very well.
It's not, and it looks like we're going for Shelly, which is great.
We are. They're going to start Drake. We're going for the cross map of Shelly. We have enough oomph down bottom that we can at least keep things dicey and interesting. If we go on a full-on Drake fight right now, it'll be a 4v2. Not in our favor, but it also looks like Fizz is going in to help Drake. Briar should be getting Rift here in a sec.
Cyan and Ornn doing top laner things,
Yep.
but it looks like we still have level advantage up there, so I'm not too worried.
We do. There's the engage coming in. Does get the smite, but it's only a 3v3 right now. Jinx was back at turret. Get the kill on the squishy Lulu. Then there's the Graves. Jinx ult coming in, not doing enough damage. There's the kill on the Graves, gorgeously executed. Sylas back up to half health. Meanwhile, while the Fizz is trying to get away, there's a Briar coming in from Rift. We lost Drake. We got the kills. We're doing fine. We got Rift. We got those cross-map objectives, and then came in and cleaned up.
Yeah.
See the Scion in the bush, really starting to play that bush for the Airborne. Does have the level advantage that you pointed out. Truly starting to play that top lane. Yes, it's an island, but it's an island that is slowly shifting towards our continent.
Yes, we do need that island.
We do. We see the Rift Herald mid. We already had 3 plates down. Rift should take first turret here at just over 12 minutes. There is first turret going down.
Beautiful.
Meanwhile, Sylas has the free ability to get some free plates. We're invading their jungle once again. Shelly is going to get not quite a second, but another bonk in on that second turret. Briar is going to get run down here if we're not careful. That is going to be a 3v1, but there comes the Kai'Sa coming in and the Shen. Sylas and Fizz duking it out. This is going to be a 3v3. There's the Briar ult. Noom. Not from across the map, but good enough. On the Lulu, the really weak Lulu. There's the Shen ult coming in to polish that off. Meanwhile, mid lane, Sylas getting the ignite on the Fizz. This is what we've seen all game, just grounding and pounding him. There's the Graves, try to get away. That was a top laner. Top laner teleported down to bot lane just to clean it up very, very nicely. Sylas gets another turret plate in mid lane. We have all 5 on the bot side of the map. That does mean that Ornn's going to get a couple plates top, but Ornn's 1-0-1-0, doesn't quite have the CS for it. And is taking turret shots. Did not execute that very well.
Yeah, he has to retreat back to his turret, or at least just enough to
And for every plate that Ornn got, which was none, Sylas is getting that many while Scion's heading back up that way. Very good trade. I might not have gotten that engaged. I don't think we needed the Scion there. I honestly think our top laner just wanted to be part of the action. He's like, "Ooh, guys, wait for me."
But I mean, it worked out, so can't fault him too hard for that one.
I'd like to point out we have 2 turrets down. Turret plating has just fallen. Fizz tried to get the Sylas, almost got it. Is going to get murdered by the Briar and the Shen coming in. We are everywhere on this map right now. We have the pressure. We're going to start pushing in that line. Next turret down is going to be top. We're going to start rotating up there. We see the Fizz, the Jinx, the Lulu, the Graves all coming in. We've got the Shen, the Kai'Sa. The Briar just taking the enemy jungle willy-nilly.
It's almost a team fight in the center there with only the top lane. Oh, no, everybody really is moving towards top lane.
We are. There's the Ornn going in for the engage. This is the first time we've seen him in a team fight. Shen going in. Briar ult coming in on the Graves. That's the jungler kill. There's the emote again.
Wow. Love that.
Fizz running around trying to find something, but can't with that Sylas and that Kai'Sa down. Lulu trying very, very hard. Ornn was so happy he got to be part of the action. I feel so happy for that Ornn. He deserved it.
Especially since he got to use his ult.
Yeah. He was like, "Hey, guys, I'm here."
Yay!
You know, they didn't go to the fight. We brought the fight to them. But sometimes that's all you need as a top lane islander is like, "Oh, boy, I get to do something."
So, as we have stats back up, pretty interesting ones too. We have 0, 1, 2, 31,000 gold and 16 kills for our side, and it is a 1, 0, 0, 19,000 gold and 4 kills for the red side. So things are looking pretty much in our favor.
I would like to point out one of the key differences here is just looking at the jungle camps across the map. Three of the 4 quadrants are gone. All of them taken by our side. The quadrant that's left is on our side. 131 to 51 CS. Last game we saw Briar go, I think it was 9-0-4. Was really influential in those lanes. And this game is like, that's fine. I'm going to farm. I'm going to have the smite. There's the Fizz Flash getting just murdered. Shen teleport coming in. They should be able to chase down that fish and get him off. Sion really starting to get the damage down on that Orange, just kind of out-tanking him, even under turret. A lot of running around. We're going to see an engage. There's that really low Fizz I was talking about. And we're just taking the more jungle camps. Drake's going to be up in about 34 seconds, so we're going to be looking to set up for that. I think they're going to want to challenge it, but I don't think they can. I think they need to cut their losses at this point and defend and focus on the CS. There's a Sion going in on the Orin, catching the Orin out. I know this Orin's losing. I love me an Orin. I love Orin.
It's okay, but
there's a Lulu coming in. Lulu is, I would like to point out, Jinx is level 8, Lulu's level 7, Kaisa level 10, Shen level 8. There's the Fizz dying. Our ADC is the same level as their mid laner. And getting the Graves. Jinx, Lulu top lane with the Orin. Right now, all they're doing is they're setting that Orin further behind. Right now, you have 3 people setting that XP. Briar going in for
we have 1 person against Drake, and it's looking pretty good.
It's a Briar. She's fine.
Still, that's impressive.
But those 3 top lane, they're trying to get the Sion. It's not working. Meanwhile, we got the Drake. Look mid lane. Look how far pushed we are. This game, we're not keeping the line. They're pushing 3 top. They're trying to get that there. But Sion, he's got the stuff. There comes the Briar ult. This is about to be real over. In comes the Briar. Scares a Lulu. Orin. Orin stun. Orin tries to pop the ult. Does not get away from it. Lulu flashes the emote, knows she's dead there. She cannot run away. She does not have the health for it.
No. With all 3 up there, it was just destruction.
Kaisa Silas running away on the bot side. I talked about us not maintaining that line because we need to push bot top. Well, guess where we're doing? We're pushing top. Meanwhile, Briar are going to solo second Rift. They have no pressure. They don't have the vision. This is going to be a gimme Rift.
As was the Drake, which we got.
Yes. And we like that. We like the neutral objectives not being contested. I'd like to point out those jungle camps once again. Graves still has 17 left on his jungle pet. He's stuck on a 900 smite. He can't get anything because we're not giving him anything. We're like, your lanes are ours. Your turrets are ours. Oh, yeah, your jungle's also ours.
Yeah.
Like, we own this Rift right now.
That kind of strategizing is beautiful. When we allow our jungler to just jungle, they destroy.
And she's 4-1-5. Like, she's still making that difference in lanes that we saw. I'd like to just run down our stats for a second. 3-0-2 top lane, 4-1-5 jungle, 5-2-1 Silas, who was getting absolutely ganked the crap out of early game.
Yeah.
4-1-6 Kaisa and a 4-0-7 Shen. That's a lot of O's, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It was beautiful.
Kaisa Silas pushing mid, and they're circling. They think they can get the pinch. You've got the Graves on top, the Fizz on bottom, but here's the thing, the Sion's pushing up.
Yeah,
and honestly,
like
I take the Silas Kaisa here. They are fed enough. I take the Silas. There's a Silas popping the Fizz ult.
Oh my goodness. That was so fast. That was like, this
I'd
is
like
going
to point out Briar sent her ult that way thinking she was needed. She was not needed. Jinx ult coming in. Oh, yeah, that was a scratch.
This is not going to turn out well for Chapman.
We are full pushing mid at this point.
Okay, we summoned Rift Herald. I don't think that's necessary, but okay.
We kill Graves under turret. That was an amazing play off of the Orn. Unfortunately, the 1 is not enough. Shelly's still going. There's that. They're retreating. That's going to be first inhib down at 19 minutes. There's the Jinx off the Kaisa.
A double kill.
All they have left is the Lulu and the Fizz. The Lulu, bless her heart, much like the Nami, does not have the oomph needed.
We're taking out another.
There's the Shelly on the turret. Shelly's still alive. There's the Fizz kill. All that's left is Nami. Nami gets the ship. They left before we even took the Nexus. They were leaving before we even took the Nexus. There's the Nexus. They're trying to get a kill. Oh, my God.
Oh.
Briar ended in Fountain.
That is 20 minutes in, what, 20 seconds?
Pryor ended an enemy fountain going for the kill.
Speechless. That was beautiful. That was a very astonishing. That was astonishing. It was a beautiful, astounding play by our league. They pushed mid lane, and they had the confidence, and they had the skill, and the leveling, and just
They had the kills.
ADC.
They were up 26-4.
They
You can't.
They had
You can't come back. That was a 20,000 gold lead.
yeah. That was a 20,000 gold lead. We had
An average
8 more turrets.
An average item is like $3,000.
Yeah, we had.
That's like 7 more items. Do you?
Yeah, that is nearly. Wow. Are
Can't-
you gonna cry? Are you?
No, no, I'm not gonna cry. I am literally.
We are both very excited for this. This is a very good way to end a very good night for all of our gaming teams. Oh my gosh. I mean, with our scrims, we were winning. With our varsity league, we were winning. With league, we're winning. This is a beautiful night, honestly, for our Vandals. I'm in awe.
I'm excited.
Briar shined. Shone? Shined.
Shined. Yeah, shined.
That sounds better.
That sounds right.
Briar.
This wasn't. If you look at those stats, this wasn't a one-person brilliant moment.
Oh, no, it was
This
not.
was every person on the team coming in flawlessly. The shutdowns, 400, 550, 500, 700, 400.
Look at that. The 100, the 112, 169, 129, 179. Holy crap.
Look at the item advantages. Silas had a full item over. Kaisa almost had 2 items over the enemy ADC. Like,
Wow.
it was on all fronts. It was
destruction. Advantage.
yes.
That
it was.
what this was.
We're going to be looking to carry that into next week. We face
Yes.
Central, not Central. I keep wanting to call them Central. I'm
No,
sorry.
CEI? No. Yes, it's College of Eastern Idaho, right?
Yes, College
Yes.
of Eastern Idaho at 5:30 on Tuesday. We should be streaming that right at 5:30. And then, as of right now, Thursday at 5:30, we will be playing Florida International. We are working hard to reschedule that game because they don't want to play at 5:30, and we don't want to play at 5:30. Like,
Yeah,
nobody wants
that's-
to do that. We are working hard to
No.
reschedule that. They are the other undefeated team in our league right now.
Mm-hmm.
They are the team to beat right now. We're a team to beat. They're a team to beat. So next Thursday will be great. Next Tuesday's our rivalry. Yeah. Do we
That's
have
gonna
a
be-
production team to cut our stream?
No, we don't. So we are going to have to keep talking.
Okay.
So we have a few events. Tomorrow, our cycling team, I know, it's a little
Esports
random.
cycling?
It is an esports cycling team. We're going to be going down to BSU, and BSU on Saturday will be streaming our competition. It's a one competition thing, but BSU might send us their stream, so maybe you could watch it on there. But if not, you can watch it on the BSU stream. Other news, tomorrow is CS2. I believe it's just CS2, unless Smash is also playing. No, I think it's
yes,
just CS2.
I would like to point out to chat, College of Eastern Idaho is not just Truman's old team. It is also Tiger's old team.
Yeah, so we have 2 of their old players, and it's going to be interesting. So make sure to...
No, you don't quite understand. The College of Eastern Idaho captain spectated these games and was texting Truman and Tiger, good luck and all of that. Like, I know I
that's
say
so
they're
sweet.
rivals, but we're the Idaho team, so we got to stick together.
Yeah, we are the Idaho team.
So Tuesday night should be a fun
Mm-hmm.
night, and then Thursday night should be a difficult night. So we're really hyping up for next week. I'm going to let the actual person who gets paid for all this wonderfulness take us away at the end of the night.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this rather long stream. I mean, so many successes all around. Beautiful gameplay. Honestly, it was a win for Vandals entirely. So thank you for watching and see you tomorrow. Good night.